Hey y'all, welcome back to Nini's Texas Kitchen. Today we're going to make an Easter bunny cake since next week is Easter. So this is just basically a yellow cake, and then we're going to decorate it and cut it to look like an Easter bunny. So what you need to have for this particular recipe is 3/4 of a cup of softened butter, which I already have in my bowl here. We need 1.5 cups of granulated sugar, 3 eggs, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and then for the dry ingredients, it's 3 cups of sifted all-purpose flour and 2.5 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, and then we'll need 1 cup of milk. The oven is preheating to 350 degrees, and we've got 2 9-inch round cake pans here. So the first part is we need to add our butter with our sugar and eggs and vanilla. And we mix all that together until it's light and fluffy. You do it for a couple minutes, a minute or so. Make sure you get it nice and light. It's getting fluffier. All right, nice and pale yellow, mixed well, fluffy looking. So now I'm going to bring my flour over here, and I'm just going to take the salt and the baking powder and sprinkle it over. Then I'm going to take a whisk and just whisk that in together with the flour that I already sifted, but this is like kind of sifting it a second time. And now we'll just alternate our flour mixture, baking powder, salt with the milk, incorporating it into this other butter, sugar, vanilla, egg mixture. And get this all mixed in. Add some more. And the rest of the milk. You just want to beat it until it's mixed well. You don't want to over beat the cake mixture. So I'm going to scrape down the sides, make sure that I keep it all incorporated. It's mixed well, and now all we need to do is put it into our pans and bake it. So I've already prepared these. I just rubbed shortening through them, and then I put parchment paper down. That just helps to make sure it doesn't stick to the bottom of your pan when you turn them out. And the oven's done preheating. So now, just going to try to get it as even as we can in both of these. I do some in one and then some in the other, and then I go back and forth until I think they're pretty even. Yeah, they look pretty good to me. So now I just need to spread it out. Make sure I get it all spread out evenly in the pan. I'm cooperating. Okay, there. Do the same thing with this one. And then we're going to put it in a 350-degree oven and bake it for about, I'm going to check it at 25 minutes, but it'll probably be at least 30 minutes. Popping them like that, just make sure you don't have any air bubbles in there or anything. Okay. It's good to bake them on the same shelf if you can. All right, so the next part will be once they come out, we'll let them cool on wire racks until they're cooled down, probably about 20-25 minutes. Then I'm going to flip them out onto a cake board and then I'm going to cut them. So I'll show you how you cut it to make the shape of the bunny, and then we'll just decorate it with some vanilla ice cream. Vanilla frosting. I got vanilla ice cream on the brain. And then we'll decorate it with some other frostings that are just colored that I had from another cake that I made before to make his eyes, whiskers, nose, bow tie, all that stuff, and he'll be a really cute bunny. So whenever we get ready to do that part, we'll come back and show you. All right, y'all, our cake is done. It took about 30 minutes altogether for it to get completely cooked, and then I've been letting it cool for about 45 minutes now completely. So now what I need to do is go ahead and cut my shapes. So what I have here is another pan, and I'm going to take one of the round pieces and I'm going to lay it over just kind of not quite a third, almost a third. And I'm going to cut around it like so. And then you want to make sure that you go all the way through it. And that's going to be one of our ears. And then I'm going to flip it and do the same thing on this side. There's our other ear. If you think it's too big, just trim it off. It won't hurt anything. I don't want my ears to be too lopsided. They're pretty close. And then this is our bow tie. This is our bunny face. So what we need to do is take our bunny face, put it here, and adjust our ears up to our bunny face. Just cut off a little bit of the corner to make it be flush with your bunny head, like so. Then you'll take the part that's like the bow tie and put it on there. And I might just take that piece out, so I don't really need it. And there's our bunny bow tie. And you can adjust how close up everything is. So this is just a cake board. If you don't have a cake board, you can just use like a cookie sheet that you've covered in foil or something like that to make sure that it, it'll fit on there. Like a big one, like a 10 by 15 inch size. So now we just got to make our frosting so that we can decorate. So, that wasn't ready. All right, so what I have in here is I have a stick of butter, which is a 1/2 cup, and then I have about a 1/2 cup of shortening in there, and I'm gonna mix that with powdered sugar. And I'm gonna start out with about 4 cups of powdered sugar, and that's just so that I have enough icing to cover my bunny. 3 and 4. And I'm just going to leave it white because our bunny is going to be white. I have a teaspoon of vanilla, pure vanilla extract there. If you want to use the clear, you can. It's not a big deal. Then you just want some milk, about 2 to 4 tablespoons, which is almost 1/4 cup. And you just mix it all together to make white frosting. And just keep your milk out in case you need to add more. If you get too much in, you can add a little bit more powdered sugar to make sure that you have a good consistency to decorate your bunny. Add in the vanilla now. You just mix it really well, like so. And there's our frosting. And in these are some bags that I have some other frosting in like this that I had made prior that I had put food coloring in, and that's what I'm going to use to decorate my bunny's face and bow tie and all that stuff with. So now I'm just going to take it and I'm going to decorate my bunny with it. Now you can use some chopped up coconut to put on there if you want to. I'm not going to do that because I have people that are going to eat the cake that don't care for coconut. So I'm not going to put it on there, but it's definitely something that you can do. So we're just going to put it on, cover it, and then we'll kind of smear it around, make it look like fur. And this is just the base coat. You can always add more if you need to. If you need to make some more, you can make some more. So this is all I'm going to do is just spread it around all over my bunny, making his white fur. And then we will decorate his eyes and ears and mouth and bow tie. So we'll be back in a few minutes and show you what the end result looks like. All right, y'all. Our Easter bunny cake has been finished. As you can see, he's completely decorated, and it didn't take too much of the other little decorative frosting that I have to make his face and ears and bow tie. So now when my grandson comes over, he can see it. He'll be so excited. So I can't wait for that to happen. Both of my little grandsons that are here in town right now. So if you liked my video making an Easter bunny cake for your little ones that are running around, please give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. Leave me some ideas of things you would like to see me try to make. And go and share my video with others. And please, guys, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see y'all next time in Nini's Texas Kitchen.